Alright, we're gonna be watching Snaphyy. This is Bronze 5. I think it's on PC on Esperanca. I am Bronze in support. Can someone review my VOD and help? I recently started playing support, found myself comfortable playing Kiriko. Now I'm not the best at the game, but I recently had D-ranked from Bronze 2 to Bronze 5, and it was quite disheartening as I thought I was improving. It's fine though, I'm more than happy to keep going and get even better as I know everyone else starts somewhere. Everyone starts somewhere. So I come to Reddit to ask for advice. I'll leave a recent game down below. Although it's a game we won, I still believe I could have done better. I mean, you can do better in every game. I understand I need to work on kunai aim a lot, but I would appreciate any other advice. Feel free to be straightforward. I'm open to criticism. I'm going to run through this one relatively quickly, not as much detail maybe as I do in my other videos, just in the interest of time. I did a pre-watch of the game already. I don't think your issues are kunai aim. I think that is very low on the list of problems. I think your number one problem is not suzu saving people. I'd say your number two problem is not weaving kunais, and your number three problem is healing aim slash positioning. Maybe it's number four. But let's watch, and we'll see how this all plays out. So we're going to start, and the reason why I'm actually starting from here instead of going forwards is because it's actually an important moment right here. So you're playing with Winston, who is a dive tank. You have a Mercy on your team. You should expect your Mercy to be pocketing the DPS, so your job is to keep the tank alive. You're like the quote-unquote like main healer. Kiriko and Ana can both go either way. They can pocket DPS, they can pocket the tank. Unlike, for example, Mercy, where she basically never pockets the tank, and she should always be pocketing the DPS. So you need to maintain the LOS of your tank. You need to be close enough to be able to suzu him and react to whatever's going on, etc., etc. Your Winston's going to jump right away, and then right now I would Swift Step. Why? Because it's going to get you up to the fight closer. All right, and you're not going to need Swift Step in the next 10 seconds when you're walking to the point anyway, so you might as well Swift Step right now to get up to the front faster. This seems like it's not going to be a problem, but it is, and we're going to watch later when this becomes relevant. So you see you're just walking forward again. You haven't used Swift Step, but as a reminder, you could instead of here, you could be all the way up here. All right, very important to recognize. So you should be pocketing your tank. You see how your tank goes? You've lost line of sight of your tank, so you are no longer able to heal your tank right now. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those heals don't count, right? Because he wasn't actually in range. 8. This is the first time that you were able to heal your tank for 8 seconds. If you'd Swift stepped up with your tank, right, you'd be up here, right? He goes, I just walk up here and I start healing. Heal, 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 heal. Right? Go over here. Heal, heal, heal. Heal, 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 right? Like you could have gotten 4 or 5 healings in. Every single heal is 110 health, I think. So you could have literally given your Winston 400 something health right now if you'd just been playing up instead of walking the whole way. 400 health would be more than enough to keep your Winston at full health, which will allow him to stay here and keep fighting. But instead he gets low, so he's going to jump back. And now all the pressure your team could have gotten from your Winston staying here, attacking their front line, is lost because your Winston has to retreat because you weren't healing him. Now it's a step. Yep, this is the correct call. So healing accuracy. As a general rule, I would expect healing accuracy at all levels, even in bronze, to be 90 to 100%, as in you should not miss heals. Heals automatically tracks. Kiriko was designed as a hero where healing should not be missed. So you see you missed two Fudos right there, so that's roughly 20% of your healing. You missed 2 more, right? Blue means it's not tracking, yellow means it's tracking. You missed 2 more right there, so that's 40% of your healing that you just lost. There's 2 more right there you're not tracking, so that's 60% of your healing. So instead of healing 110 health, you're only healing like 40 or 50 health. That's not acceptable, right? Like you should not be missing heals ever. Like you should, unless like the target like goes around a corner or something to break LOS, you should not miss healing. Very, very important. Should not miss healing. Again, you see you missed 4 healing because you just started popping your heal before the tank is within range. Blah, 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 go over here, heal. So now we see that you're not weaving. So for Kiriko, you do 1 heal, followed by 2 kunai attacks, the same general pattern for Baptiste, followed by heal, followed by 2 attacks, followed by heal, followed by 2 attacks. That is the optimal way to play. Technically, the second kunai reduces your healing by a very small amount. I don't know the exact number, but it's like 5 to 10%. But generally speaking, you should be heal, followed by 2 kunais. You are not weaving at all. That's what's called weaving. This is where you do the heals, the attacks, the heals, the attacks. You're just healing or just attacking. See? You're not even bothering to try to attack here, even though this is a great angle, because they're not actually dodging you, they're just dodging the Winston. So these are relatively easy headshots on, for example, the Junker Queen. Then you leave for no reason here. Everyone over here is full health. Your Mercy's over here as well, has perfect control. They're not being dove. You should stay here and keep your Winston in the fight by continuing to heal. Instead, you dive away for, again, no reason. Now you're trying to heal your Winston, who is super low right now, and then the heals get blocked sort of by the robot in the barricade, and Winston dies. This should never, ever, ever happen. You should have thrown Suzu to save your Winston once he got critical and he was still in the front. So for perspective, I would be stepping forward right now. Right here, I would throw Suzu. Okay, I would probably like go slightly to the left and throw it to the left of the Mei because she's going to the right. Right, so throw Suzu right here at the ground to make sure that Winston does not die. Because I can tell he's frontline, I can tell he's critical. I'm very worried about him dying. He should not die. So that is a fight-losing mistake. I'm going to make that very clear. This is fight-losing. If you've ever seen my +1, -1 system, where I use it to grade team fights, like +1 means you deserve to win, -1 means you deserve to lose, 0 means you did about average. This is -1, okay? I would say even the healing, not going forward with your Winston before, I'd actually argue is already -1. This would be even worse, though it doesn't go worse than -1 from in my rating system. This would be a -1 in and of itself. Even if your healing was perfect up until now, letting your teammate die when you have Suzu, unless they instantly died, like they got headshot and you can't save them, is a mistake. A critical part of Kiriko is keeping people alive with Suzus. It is unacceptable from a climbing perspective to let teammates die. Will it happen? Of course it'll happen, right? You're human. You have to read things, like there's lots of things that happen, people get damage boosted, it could change breakpoints, who knows, okay? But in general, your perspective should be, I should never let someone die, ever, right? As long as I have Suzu, no one around me should ever die other than to like a Hanzo or Widow headshot, okay? That should be your perspective, never let anybody die. So, that's already fight losing. With your Winston dead, there's almost no way to win this fight. Now, your Mercy is going to go for the res. You should throw Suzu right now because she's rezzing. This is a bad res, right? She's rezzing in field view of the entire team. It's actually either a bad res or even amazing res, depending how you look at it. I can actually think at higher levels this would be a much better idea to res because there's no way to win the fight without the Winston. And she knows that you have Suzu because you haven't thrown Suzu yet. You should have thrown Suzu here to make the Mercy invulnerable, so that way she gets the Winston res off and doesn't die. That's a huge play if you do that. So that's the second occurrence that you have made a fight-losing mistake, because if you Suzu the Mercy, the Winston comes back up, they're low, you maybe win the fight, but now you throw Suzu yourself, doesn't matter, but Genji's gonna fight you and you kill him. None of this matters. Nothing here matters at all. You've already lost the fight. Right? Etc. You're gonna throw Suzu here. I probably would not have thrown Suzu here. You're only at 150, and you're being pocket by the Mercy. Extremely unlikely that you die here. Suzu's a 14-second cooldown, and now you don't have Suzu for the next 14 seconds. So you don't want to waste cooldowns for nothing. Genji dies here, great. Now you see here you're only attacking and not weaving at all. Right, now you try to heal the Junker Queen, which is obviously not going to do anything. You try to heal the Winston, he's too far away. You try to heal the Pharah, but the Pharah is full health. Right? Now you try to heal the Winston. Again, some of it gets broken. You see the blue Fudos instead of yellow Fudos. The Fudos are the papers, by the way. So now you heal your Winston. Your Winston goes. You should be aggressing. You should not be healing right now. You should be attacking because he's way too far away. Right, got to get up here. I would probably switch step to my Pharah right now and throw Suzu at her. I think a good idea is the Suzu Pharah when she does barrage because she's a very easy target, and you end up winning the fight. This match is going to end up being a win for viewers. It's pretty rare that I watch wins, but it just felt like doing this one for whatever reason. He pops Primal. You should be attacking right now. Right, heal, attack, attack, heal, attack, attack, heal, attack, attack. Right, you see like you're clearly not keeping up with the pattern at all. Right, you see how you're just kind of staring right now instead of attacking? Like that's lost time where you could be attacking, right? That pattern, right? Practice that pattern. Go to deathmatch if you need to. Practice against bots. You heal, attack, attack, heal, attack, attack, heal, attack, attack, over and over and over and over and over again. If you want to climb, just practice doing that all the time, right? It's like if you play a sport, like you play basketball, just practice dribbling, right? You dribble right hand, you dribble left hand, you do high dribbles, you do low dribbles, you do crossovers. That's like, you know, it's not a glorious fun part of the job, but that's what you need to do if you want to get better at the game, right? That muscle memory, very, very important. That way you don't need to think about it. If you need to think, oh, I need to do heal, attack, attack, heal, attack, attack, you won't be able to think about anything else. You won't be able to think about like, hey, do they have ultimate right now? What do I need to zone out? What do I need to save? Where do I need to be? Like, you're not going to be able to think about those other higher order thoughts if you can't get the base memory of heal, attack, attack down, right? Super, super important to be able to do that. All right, your team wins the fight. Great, we're just chilling here. Alright, she goes, Junker Queen's for it, goes for it. She gets bumped back somehow, which is great. Then you throw a Suzu here at literally nobody. I assume you thought someone was going to get hit by Rampage, but you could have waited to see if anyone did get hit by Rampage, because Rampage only does 40 damage instantly now. So 40, 60? I can't remember which it was. Maybe it's 60 now. And it's 40, I think it's 60 instant, 40 bleed. So plenty of time to heal or suzu someone up afterwards. It's not like that big a deal. You waste that suzu, which is really bad. Junker Queen's slept, or rather frozen here. Your May gets slept and purple. This is an enormous opportunity to suzu her, but of course you don't have suzu because you wasted it. All right, just attack right now. And then you're going to come forward. I would not leave the cart at this moment in time. I don't think this like fight is happening in earnest. I would have been fine just staying on the cart and moving the cart right now. Right? Like, you have advantage. This is a very strange time to be popping Kitsune Rush. So you want to be popping ultimates to win even fights. Okay? If you're going to win a fight without Kitsune Rush, don't use it. If you're going to lose the fight even with Kitsune Rush, don't use it. So this is a fight that is very clearly over before you have popped Kitsune. This is a 5-on-2 situation where two of them are both really, really low and they have no tank. It is impossible, even if they were the best two players in the world, for them to win this fight. And that's the kind of read that you need to make in order to climb, is don't waste ultimates like this. I feel like you're... Oh, the Winston... Yeah, I feel like... Yeah, you need to stay on the cart. Your Winston needs to be playing off cart. That's a terrible bubble. What the heck? Yeah, you need to be playing on cart. Somebody needs to be playing on cart. It should not be the tank. It should almost never be the tank. So you should be attacking right now. Attack, attack, heal. Attack, attack, heal. Attack, attack, heal. See, like you're missing so many cycles right now because you're just not tracking, right? You could be healing while walking up this ramp and then attack again. Attack, attack, right? Heal, attack, attack, heal, attack, attack, over and over and over again. I know it's repetitive, but like if you can't do this, it is a serious ceiling limit as to like how far you would be able to climb in Kiriko. You see that the Winston is purple critical up here. I would throw Suzu right now, okay? But you're too late. You're also too far away. So one thing to note is, hey, this fight is happening for real. I saw my Winston jump in. I also saw my Winston use bubble back there, so I know that he doesn't have bubble, which is silly and a mistake. So I would be walking straight up this ramp because I'm not in any danger as long as my Winston's going in. Nobody's going to be looking at me. Everyone's looking at the Winston. You should already have been all the way up here, and that way when you heal, right, attack, 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 heal, Suzu, right, or rather purple, immediately Suzu, right, even when you got critical, before the purple even happens. Now it's too late. You lose your tank, which means the fight's over. You notice that like when the tank dies, I didn't even bother looking at the rest of the fight. It doesn't matter. Once your tank dies, 90% of the time the fight is over. Unless your team has an ultimate or something that's going to wipe the opposing team, or you trade the opposing tank right away, you almost always lose if your tank does. So when you hear Rocket Barrage right here, you should look top right and immediately start healing your Kiriko, or your Pharaoh rather. You don't need to back up here. You need to stay up and preserve this ground. The reason being, Doom on it by himself is not going to kill you without Empowered Punch. I would stay up here and even like face fight the Doom, and that's something that comes with experience. Understand like, hey, can this hero actually kill me? It doesn't sound like you're very experienced with the game, so like stuff like that is going to come with experience. Is like limit testing, like what I can get away with, because you don't want to be here. You actually want to be here. And I know it doesn't seem like a big difference. It is a huge difference because it increases the delay before your healing reaches a target, which means someone could die before you get to them. It also makes it so Suzu takes longer to arrive. And we've already seen multiple occurrences, 3 occurrences so far, where you've had teammates die who are savable if you could Suzu them. Do not use Suzu to cleanse Dynamite like that when the teammate is not in any danger. Dynamite doesn't do enough damage. Like, you can out-heal the damage from Dynamite. So it's a waste to use Suzu just to cleanse one Dynamite. I only do it against a group or if we're like actively being attacked. So, as a reminder, your job is to keep the Ramatra alive, right? The tank, right? Your Mercy's job is to keep the DPS alive. You should be healing the Ramatra. Are you healing the Ramatra? You are not. So you see that 80% of your healing was blocked. Then you do some more healing here, none of which got to the Ramatra. Then you do some more healing here, none of which gets to the Ramatra. Right? And then you lose your Ramatra. So, for the Ramatra's perspective, let's look at how long the Ramatra goes without healing, despite the fact that you are 5 meters away from him. Okay, so right now, if I'm the Ramatra, and I play tank, right? I'm the main tank player. If I'm the tank here, I would look back and be like, okay, my Kiriko's with me? Great. I will aggress now, expecting you to be healing me. I'm expecting you to be healing me for 110 health roughly every second and a half. Your healing per second is like 72-ish, something like that. I'm expecting 72 health per second of healing from you. If I don't get that, then something must go wrong, okay? It's because you're distracted or whatever it is. But as long as I'm like, hey, you're not being dove or anything like that, I would expect that you're going to be healing me for 72 health per second. So let's start counting from here. When the Ramatra's like, okay, good, you're here, I expect healing. Let's count how long it is until you heal them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That healing doesn't count. Remember, it got blocked by the cart. 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 seconds that this Ramattra was in the fight, fighting the enemy, and you did not get a chance to heal him. That's not your tank's fault. And like, yeah, I know you won this game. In most games, that is lost for the fight. I cannot imagine playing as tank here. I would be so upset. I'd be like, wait, I don't understand what I did wrong. Like, what did I do wrong here that my support is not healing me? Like, are you being dove? Did you get picked off? No, you're alive. You're just not doing anything of value during this period of time. Okay, your Ramattra's here. You should be following the Ramattra in. You shouldn't have wasted Suzu there. You see, you saw your Ramattra was yellow, so obviously he's getting injured. You climb up here for no reason. You attack the ground twice, right? Now you attack the ground and heal the ground. Now you come down. You try to heal the Ramattra, but the problem is the Ramatra's to the side of the robot, so you need to step to the right to maintain LOS. Okay, then I go here. I see that he's low. I don't start to heal until I get all the way to the right here to make sure that he actually gets the healing, but instead you play back, right? Then your accuracy is off, / you're too late, and then the Ramattra dies. So that is a huge reason why you lose games. I guarantee it is because of stuff like that. You cannot go that long without healing your tank when you started next to your tank. This is not like you respawned and just got back and you weren't here. Like, you were next to your tank, like within 10 meters of your tank the whole time. You just weren't doing anything of value. This is a minor optimization. But if Doom is going to punch your two heroes like this, you actually should Suzu before the punch, not after. In this situation, there's no way for the Mei to die right now. The Doom's already used all of his abilities. It's almost impossible for the Doom to kill any of your teammates, so you actually didn't need that Suzu. But that's a pretty advanced level move. I don't think you'd realize that until like Diamond Plus that you didn't need to throw Suzu there. So I'm not gonna like pin that one on you. You certainly would not need to know that to like get to Silver. Yeah, attack him from behind. That's fine. Heal. Great. Again, yeah, make sure to get the heals on the Ramattra. Please heal the Ramattra. As a tank player, please heal your tank. Also, again, you should be the one on the cart. Like, you are the best hero, one of the best heroes in the game to be on the cart because you can teleport away from the cart when you need to help a fight that's actively being engaged. Again, this is not really your responsibility. I would let the Mercy deal with it, and I would go with your Ramattra. You see how your Ramattra is missing 200 health right now? You should be with the Ramattra. Oh, okay, so it's very important to understand, like, hey, are you the main healer or are you the off healer in the lineup? Okay, very, very important. Are you main healer or are you off healer? You gotta know which one you are. I do not attack Doom while he's blocking. That charges his punch. So if you don't know, you can look it up on the wiki, but the short answer is you do 100 damage to him while he's blocking. He gets a super strong next punch. So you get weak here. You're going to see the Ramattra. By the way, this Genji's been here the whole time. You've heard him. He was attacking you. You Swift step away from the Genji, and then before confirming that the Genji is dead, you decide to just walk down here, and the Genji just kills you. This shouldn't happen. You do not want this to happen, right? You knew he was there the whole time. He was attacking you. You ran away from him. You had the sound cues. You literally just walked in front of him and died. All right. So you're gonna come out here. I don't know what the exact status is. Wait, let me reset this. Where's your tank? Tank's respawning. Yeah, just do what you can to keep people alive right now. Oh, you're gonna get bladed here. That's what's gonna happen. Alright. Genji's bladed. So Nano's popped. You need to stay out of this. Genji can one-shot you with dash plus blade. Alright, so he pops blade right now. I'd be like, okay, who's he looking at? I can see, hey, Dragon's facing me. He's looking at me. He's about to die me. You want to Swift step right now. And unfortunately, you do not. Okay, so again, Genji blade will one-shot you, right? Dash plus one swing will kill you. You need to Swift step to, for example, the Pharah right now to get out of the way. Alternatively, you could throw Suzu, but Swift stepping is a lot more consistent and easier. So I would Swift step first, and then look, and then Suzu whoever needs to get Suzu'd. So I would say, even in gold, you're going to survive this at least 50% of the time. I think once you're a diamond, you survive this 90% plus of the time. It's almost impossible for the Genji to kill you. Like, it's not a skill thing. There's really nothing he can do to kill you as long as you just use your abilities. I'm going to reset here. Again, don't even bother looking up. Unless you're Mercy taking damage, it's not your job. Just keep the Mei alive. See how you're not healing the Mei? Right? The Mei's down here. She sees that she's already missing 75 health right now. You're attacking this Doom. You're not healing the Mei at all. Mei's critical. You still not attacking or healing the Mei. That forces her to use block early, which is bad, right? She doesn't want to use those cooldowns. I think you probably should have Suzu'd the Pharah. I'm actually quite surprised that Suzu was high enough to hit the Pharah, but I would Suzu the Pharah out of the air. You can just hit her with it dead on. A lot of attacking here. And again, like you're probably saying, oh, I really improved my suzu aim. You really don't. your kunai aim. I actually have a video guide on my channel where I played Kiriko without attacking at all, and I made it all the way to like plat 2, I think, without attacking at all on Kiriko. Like I could heal, I could melee. To be fair, there are occasion times where I melee people, but like I could heal and I could suzu and I can pop ulti and that's it, right? No attacking with kunais, and I still could get to platinum just doing that. You really do not need like kunai aim to get way past bronze 5, way past bronze 5. All right, just moving the cart. I think this is pretty much a steamroll from here. Genji dives you. I would immediately Suzu right now because you're low. He can theoretically one-shot you right now with a right click to the head and the melee. I would Suzu. I would definitely not be walking straight away from him. This Genji's going to whiff so many shurikens at you. So what you should have done besides Suzuing is like right now, swift step away. I would say in general, Genjis will not miss one and then a melee, and then he misses another, and he could just melee right now to kill you, but he doesn't. Like at even bronze 4, you're gonna die every time there. Like just swift step away. I think from here, you don't get a real fight from here. Yeah, I think it's just the snowball. We get another blade. Oh yeah, no, but he blades into Blizzard, so yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Again, reviewing through this, I think saving people with Suzu really important. Healing accuracy really important. Weaving really important. Despite the fact that I say that kunais aren't that important, you might as well build that habit because you're going to need it later. So you might as well build the habit of kunaiing. There's obviously a grab bag of other like random things, but I think those are the core 3 things that I would focus on. All right, I'm gonna stop there. Hopefully this is helpful.